Welcome, everybody, to the Hugh Wearables Podcast, episode 28. My name is Jordan.
And my name is Ethan.
He likes video games, and I like movies, and we both like to talk about them. What have you been playing this week?
I have been playing nothing, actually.
That's not true. You have been.
Have I?
What did you play last night?
I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were you going to play?
I was going to play Doom. I'm still stuck in Doom, but I've not been able to move
Why
the
do you
needle
say
forward.
stuck?
Because I've not been playing it.
Oh, okay.
So that's my currently played game. I'm like frozen in it.
Yeah.
Like my character is just like screaming in agony right now. Play! I need to finish.
Because he's in hell?
No, he likes it there.
Oh, okay.
And he's not there.
Well,
actually.
because he's in hell, not being able to do
But
anything.
he's not in hell.
Is that his hell? Because he's
No.
frozen and not able to do anything?
No, his hell is actual hell.
You know how everyone says like their own personal hell is
Yeah.
like their worst nightmare? Sounds like this guy likes to murder and kill demons, right?
Yeah.
So is his personal hell being frozen, stuck in time, not able to do anything?
Could be.
Maybe, right?
Maybe.
So
that's the third game in the series after Doom Eternal.
is Doom Eternal only the second game?
Yeah.
Really?
To Doom 2016.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Doom 2016, you're on Mars.
So this is like a new
It's a reboot.
Doom like series.
Yeah.
The same way like there were Tomb Raider games, but then there's like this recent Tomb Raider like trilogy of games.
Yeah, Doom's a little more complicated. I'm still learning it, but like this guy is kind of maybe technically the old guy too,
Interesting.
who was like
Does he have a name?
Doomslayer. It's just Doom guy, Doomslayer.
Cool.
Like,
I'm so like unaware of Doom.
So am I.
It's interesting.
I just know it being a legendary series that like helped start first person shooters.
Are you gonna play Doom Eternal?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not when it comes out.
It sounds
or
like
this
it's gonna be
year, but
really
like
good.
I'm playing Doom so that I can then eventually play that once it's on sale and once it's discounted, and it's the mechanics, it's the gameplay.
Yeah.
Like Doom's one of the few games I watched a video on it that was from Game Maker's Toolkit, I believe, on YouTube channel, great YouTube channel, where he goes through like why Doom is good, and it was either him, it could have been another channel, I could be wrong, but talking about how Doom design is good like Nintendo in terms of how they design games. And that has stuck with me. I'm like, I need to play this then.
It's like a intangible, like just kind of like it factor. It's like you nailed something. Like this just feels perfect.
Yep. Whatever that is, they nail. And so I'm like, oh, I want to play that.
Right.
And I want to see what that's like. Because then I will compare that to other things and be like, oh yeah, this doesn't feel as sharp or this doesn't feel as good. It's very straight. It's intuitive. I think it has to do with intuition.
Yeah.
Because you're doing all of these things, you're shooting and then punching, and based on cues and all with controls that make sense and feel right.
Yeah.
And so that's what leads to the good flow. Doom Eternal, from what I've heard, is upping the ante with movement.
Cool.
With dashes and air dashes, so it's a lot more verticality and moving through 3D space while doing this. So it's adding another dimension.
Yeah. I definitely want to know what that feels like at some point.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not a series that interests me, but I'm very curious what that feeling is.
I'm still not interested in the setting, which is why it's probably like I need to just knock it out in a few sessions.
Do you know if it's long? Like,
I think I can do it in like 10 hours.
okay.
Yeah, so not bad at all.
Sure.
Like I should beat it in a week, but there's just so much going on. I haven't been able to.
Blessing has demoed or played
Eternal?
Doom Eternal. Yeah. He said he wouldn't be surprised if it was Game of the Year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know it definitely has that.
So that
potential.
That's cool.
It won't be. Not even close. It might. It'll make the list.
With the slate of games that's coming out this year.
It'll make the list. It won't win.
Right.
It shouldn't win. That will be annoying if it wins.
It's between one of two games, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
do we know which one that will be?
Or a game we don't know about yet.
Okay. A game we don't know about, or that we don't know is going to be as good as it will be.
That we don't know about.
Is that possible? Don't we know every game that's coming out?
No.
Really?
No. It's quiet.
That's interesting.
Now that's it's currently we don't know, so there could be.
Sure.
But there's no guarantee there will be.
Right.
So the rumors and it's so tricky. Sony could have a bombshell to drop. My gut tells me Horizon 2 might come out this fall, which would be insane.
With
PS5.
The PS5
at launch.
Wow. I feel like they need something like that.
They do. Everybody realized when Nintendo launched Breath of the Wild with the Switch, everybody went, okay, we have to do that.
Yeah.
What game came out right before Breath of the Wild that I didn't play? No.
Oh.
Game that came out right around Horizon Zero Dawn. And I didn't play it. I just think that's so... And the reason I bring that up is because there's a good chance we could get a Horizon 2 and Breath of the Wild 2 that both come out this fall, this holiday.
You think Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out this fall?
Oh, yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh, it's definitely coming out this holiday. I'm very, very confident in that.
I'm excited for this year because I have some major games I need to play.
I said that right after they announced it.
Wow.
Because the new consoles are coming out this year.
Right.
Nintendo has one thing that can go against that.
Is their
Breath
Game
of the Wild 2.
Game of the Year sequel. Yeah.
Because they'll get the mind share.
Wow.
They won't own it. It's going to be spread, but like...
But it keeps them in the same realm.
They're still being talked about. They're not completely forgotten.
Right.
So I think Game of the Year candidates for this year are going to be Breath of the Wild. And this could change. That could even still be the plan, and it's still going to change. So what they intend and what actually happens
What
are
is
different.
Xbox's launch game?
Halo Infinite.
Okay, cool.
So, I mean, if I want to be nice, I'll throw that in there. I don't think of Halo as Game of the Year. However...
This is a new generation. It could be.
If they're trying something new that we have no idea what is coming, then okay, let's include that. So Halo Infinite.
I hope they can do that.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be cool.
That's what I want. I want the God of War of Halo.
Yeah.
They don't have the same flexibility because...
It would be like Call of Duty doing the same thing. It's like you don't expect that from them.
Well, you're still shooting a gun.
Right.
God of War, what they did, like...
You can't reinvent Call of Duty the way God of War reinvented itself. Like
I don't know if very much of anything can.
Right.
Really, truly. Like, the more I think about it, I'm like, that's what everybody needs to do. It's kind of like what Breath of the Wild did for Zelda. That's maybe the closest thing I could compare it to. Horizon isn't going to do that. They have a base that they're going to expand. They're not going to reinvent.
Yeah.
They don't need to. Same thing that Breath of the Wild 2 will do. But...
Has there been a Zelda sequel, like the same name sequel?
No.
So this is kind of a first.
The closest was this mirrors N64, Ocarina of Time. That same Link then was in Majora's Mask.
Okay, but it's not.
And it was a sequel essentially.
Yeah.
It didn't continue that story, but I don't think this will either. I think it's going to be a new story.
Sure. Okay.
God, I'm holding out the hope that it's a different map.
Do you think
even though they showed us the original map?
Yeah. It is Breath of the Wild 2 though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The sequel to Breath of the Wild is in development.
Okay, so it may have a different name.
Yeah.
I hope it does.
I think it will.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Call of the Wild.
Sure.
Nobody's ever used that. That would be a really good name.
I like it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is that the movie that just came out?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll talk about it later.
There you go.
Sorry, we were going through Game of the Year contenders.
Yeah, no, so Breath of the Wild 2 from Nintendo. I don't think they have anything
like that.
else up their sleeve. Metroid Prime 4 will be 21 or 22.
Okay.
Hopefully on the Switch Pro. How amazing would that be? So I would say from Nintendo, let's just keep it with that. Breath of the Wild 2, Halo Infinite from Xbox, Horizon 2 potentially from PlayStation. Then currently announced games are Cyberpunk, Last of Us 2. It's tough because like Ghost of Tsushima is coming out this year. Does
kind of a mystery
have
though,
a
right?
chance? Like,
Right.
I'm not confident enough to put it in Game of the Year conversation. It's the next? I would say it's the first one not on the list that would enter.
Sure. Doesn't Resident Evil 3 remake come out this year too?
Yeah, but it's not gonna.
It's not gonna be Resident Evil 2.
Resident Evil 2 remake was the best chance at Game of the Year, and it didn't get it.
Gotcha.
Because this is now just the next one.
Because that was the one that was asked for, right?
Well, that was the one that wasn't asked for.
Oh, really?
That was just the one that made everybody go, "Whoa!
How'd you do this?
You can do that?"
Right.
That's a similar Halo effect because it's still Resident Evil, but you've changed the guts and the core and stuff, but it's still keeping that essence, but it's a modern game.
Right.
It's that kind of effect.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Doom Eternal, so that's 7. let's throw
Ghost cap it at 5?
Let's throw Ghost of Tsushima in there for 8.
Sure.
8 Game of the Years, and I'm gonna double check how many Game of the Year candidates.
I want to say it's. I don't know why I feel like it's only 5, but like, do you think they can have more?
Oh yeah, and I think because I think it's more than 5 already.
I hope so. Those are bangers. Because I'm not like talking badly on the games from last year. Like, I'm obviously not as invested.
Last year
like,
was the lower.
There were some games that like I hadn't even heard of until the nominees came out. But I mean, that's a solid list of games.
Okay, Game of the Year nominations for 2019: Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Smash Ultimate, Outer Worlds, Sekiro.
Okay, so you can't have more than 5. Did you say RE2?
6. Yep.
Okay.
And I knew it was nominated. Yeah, Sekiro, that's another one I need to play. I need to finish Doom so I can play Sekiro.
Right.
That sounds like a game I want to run home right now and put in and play.
I need to finish Spider-Man so I can play The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Now, it's been a long-running thing on this podcast that I need to finish Spider-Man.
3 years.
I'm aware of that.
3 years it's been.
I'm aware of that. I'm playing it a lot. It's longer than I thought it was.
Where were you? Okay,
I thought I was almost done for some reason.
When you stopped, where were you?
I rescued MJ from some like bomb scare in Central Station or something like that.
That's not the end of the game.
But when I asked you before, you're like, I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's not near the end of the game. I know that now. But it felt like the game was almost over.
Okay.
I had been playing it for a long time, but there's a lot more that happens in that game. I know I'm sort of close. Okay, I have a question. When you load up your game and it says like story 72%, does that mean you have to get to 100% to be done with the story, or does that mean all the extra stuff too?
I don't remember.
Because I'm only in the 70s.
What's going on right now in the story?
And
I'll tell you.
Taking care of the Sinister Six. I'm actually. I've gotten rid of most of them.
Okay, then it's probably that's for.
It feels like
it's for full game completion.
Okay, like platinum trophy or.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so.
So by next week, I promise you, I will have finished that game, and we will have that statue here next week.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to find it.
I hope you can, because I've been waiting for that day when I can have. I wanted to do it today, but it got difficult. But
I was thinking about the statue recently.
So Spider-Man.
Yes.
I love this game.
Yeah.
I think I like it more than Fallen Order.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When I was playing Fallen Order, I'm like, this is fantastic, and I was like, nah, Spider-Man. I didn't love the game when I first played it as much as I do now.
Yeah.
It is so much fun.
I think you're rediscovering, because sometimes it's like, even for myself.
Yeah.
I'm like not into something as much as I feel like I should be.
Right.
For whatever, sometimes it's external reasons.
Yeah.
And then so like Fallen Order was that, where I was like not expecting it, even though like I was like, oh okay, because I'd already played Spider-Man and stuff.
Sure.
And I wanted another good game.
Right.
And that gave that to me.
Right.
You've got a nice little backlog.
Yes.
Of bangers.
I have a great backlog.
I mean, Horizon is another one,
including ones that are like coming out this year. Like, oh my god, this year's gonna be nuts for me.
You have to play Horizon though.
I know.
At some point.
I'm going to.
That is
I have it. It's next to me.
My favorite games. You got Complete Edition, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But I think the next 2 games after Spider-Man are going to be Last of Us and Last of Us 2.
But trust me. Oh, okay.
So yeah, what? Are you trying to map out my games?
There's a chance.
Thank God Cyberpunk was delayed.
There's a chance the PS5 announcement shows Horizon 2.
Right.
So I'm torn in wanting you to have played Horizon.
Oh no, I will.
So that you have context when they announce Horizon 2. But I'm like not sure how much weight matters there.
Right. For just an announcement, the same way that it was so mind-blowing for the God of War announcement. Like, it didn't have the same effect on me.
Exactly.
Because that was a special moment, just having the announcement, not just playing the game.
Yeah, I arguably live for the announcements more than anything. Like,
should I do Last of Us, Horizon, Last of Us 2?
Yeah.
Are you going to play Last of Us 2, like, when it comes out?
So Last of Us is probably going to be the first game we play when we move in together.
Okay.
That'll be the first game we play, because we need to get through it.
Right.
So I have my.
You're talking about the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have my calendar.
Oh, we'll be playing it like kind of at the same time then.
So Last of Us 2 comes out in 80 days.
Oh God.
May 29th. So that gives us about 6 weeks to beat Last of Us. It will not take that long.
Okay.
We're gonna play that every day.
Cool. That's good. We can both talk about it then, like having recently experienced it. You have played it before for people listening. It's not like it'll be your first time, but
I played it when it came to PS4. So, oh man, it's really tricky.
We'll figure it out. We can iron it out more going forward. But I agree with you. I would like to have that, but I don't know if it'll be as special still because like I haven't had Horizon in my mind for years.
It doesn't need to be in your mind.
You don't think?
No, I don't think about it.
Even if I like just finished it, they announce it next day, I'll be like, whoa.
I would argue you can even get 20% through that game.
Yeah.
And still.
Maybe I should start that next then.
Because do you know what Horizon is?
No. I don't know what the story is at all.
So that is why I like when it starts. Oh yeah.
I might do that next then. I think I can beat
I can
get a good way through it and beat Last of Us in 80 days. I think I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause even with Horizon, so there's less pressure to beat that game right now because the second one is maybe not even coming out this year.
Sure.
But I still think it's going to get announced. I think that's how they announced the PS5. So it's going to make the first game look not as good as it looks right now.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You could argue that with Last of Us 2, but it's different because that's people. It's more realistic.
Yeah.
Horizon 2 is like, or Horizon is just. Thank you for coming up with that game. Like,
I didn't realize you felt like so strongly about that game.
I have a weird like feel about that because
you don't really talk about it very much.
No, I don't. I tried to play it after. It's such an isolated, perfect experience that I had that I'm just like, boom, tuck, put away.
Yeah.
I don't need to think about it. I don't need to go back to it.
Right.
All I did when I was playing it was thinking about it, being obsessed with it and whatnot. But I remember when the story just like got me. I'm like, this is so good.
Yeah.
Like it was like, oh, okay, here's another one. Here's another banger to add into Sony's catalog. I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah.
But I don't feel it's a game I need to go on and on and on and on and on. And it also could be because I played it a year later.
Yeah.
Because Breath of the Wild came out. I did not want to play that. Play too big. I wanted it to have its own buffer-free experience.
Sure.
I then tried to play Horizon right after and couldn't.
Interesting.
Because it didn't feel as good as Breath of the Wild, as nothing really does.
Right.
And then when I finally went back to it and I was able to just, it's a good one.
Well, you might have changed my mind. I think that might be next on the list.
Because you'll know.
Yeah. And
you can gauge if you want to like keep going and get a little more or like pause and knock out. Last of Us isn't that long, but yeah, I'm so excited for Spider-Man 2. And I know we're talking like sequels, but like the base product that they made with all these PS4 games, if we get those with the PS5 plus the new games and just, oh my God, it's too much to handle.
I'm very excited for it too.
It's too much to handle. I did want to add one more thing. Ghost of Tsushima got a story trailer.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
And a release date.
Cool. When's the release date?
June 26th.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. But that's fine.
I was thinking fall. Like winter for some reason.
No, they said summer.
Okay.
So that is the last. That's the last.
Right.
6/26 is the end of the PS4. In terms of like.
When is Cyberpunk?
September.
How is it the end of the PS4 then?
Because Ghost of Tsushima is a first party title.
Cyberpunk is not.
Cyberpunk's made by a Polish studio. CD Projekt
my bad.
Red.
I was thinking that was a exclusive.
Cyberpunk's even best on Xbox. Like they've partnered with them for that.
My bad.
Xbox One X and whatnot. But Cyberpunk is kind of above everything. It's now less like one of the last PS4 titles and one of the first
next gen
cross-gen bridge games.
Right.
I now view it like that. So
sure.
626, and there's also a 3-month gap between that. That 3-month gap is going to be filled with PlayStation 5 marketing.
Yeah.
We know that by this point. And I'm a little afraid that that's when they're going to talk to us.
About?
The PS5.
Why are you afraid of that?
Because that's a long time from now.
Oh, I get you.
That we're not going to hear anything till July.
That's okay.
I know it's okay. And that's a lot. I mean, have you seen? People are rabid.
Yeah.
Like, and Xbox is just freewheeling right now. But it would allow them to wait on pricing and whatnot.
Plus, there's a lot going on in the world right now.
Like, so Xbox has announced at GDC they're going to have live streams.
Sure.
For the Series X and for xCloud.
I thought GDC should have already happened.
No, March 16th.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
March 16th to the 20th, so next week.
Or did it get delayed?
No, it's canceled.
I know. But like, did they change the format? I really thought it was already supposed to have happened.
PAX East, maybe you're thinking?
That is what I'm thinking of. My bad.
There it is. But we'll see. Because I really think Sony is smart enough to take a page out of Nintendo's playbook. Because they nailed it with the Switch. They nailed it. Timing, launch, marketing, launch game. So you have Horizon 2 as your launch game. And Nintendo announced it, was it 4 months? It was like 4 or 5 months before.
Really? That's lining
up. And
up.
that is the shortest ever. And so I'm like, does Sony want to do it? You get August or July to November is about 4 months.
Yeah. I don't know why they're not stupid. They're gonna do it smartly and they're gonna do it well.
But it's killing me.
So that sounds right to me.
Which, because they're not going to E3, and that was one of my first indications.
If that even happens.
So regardless, even if they were going and then it was canceled, they'd still have a presentation for everybody. But them straight up saying like, we're not going to E3. I'm like, well, Microsoft is, and they're gonna talk about that. Are they really gonna? Like, I feel like Sony does something. Microsoft then is like, okay, we got to do it like them. By the time they do it like them, Sony's already doing the next thing.
Right.
And so Microsoft is nailing it right now. Absolutely nailing it right now. I've seen articles about how, like, man, Microsoft, what an opportunity they have right now. And Sony just waits and waits and waits.
That's the way it feels.
And waits and waits and waits. And Microsoft's like, this and that and this and that and this and that. We know everything. Everybody's hyped. And then Sony, boom.
Step aside.
Suddenly, that's all it is.
Yeah.
I could see that happening.
I want it to be more of a side-by-side, like we're both killing it kind of thing, though.
Oh, they will. But it's marketing. Marketing's
For
all perspective.
Yeah, you can't have...
It's weird.
Right.
And it's not even to go against, but they are going to be directly competing. Most people won't be able to buy both consoles at launch with them coming out at the same time.
Right.
Give it a year, they won't be really competing anymore. But
so it's they're trying to get that person on the fence. Like, which one do I get?
That's what in the whole pricing, the fact that they've not announced pricing and like the rumors about Sony like waiting and trying to get that down. So it's anxiety inducing for sure.
Let me ask you a question to calm your nerves a little bit.
I'm fine.
Playing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm experiencing this world where there's supervillains and superheroes, and it's just a normal occurrence to have someone like Electro flying around, like just ruining stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, would I want this?
No.
Would I want to live in a world where there's these like crazy freaks who get mutated and like do all this random stuff? If someone like Spider-Man is always swinging around, do I want to be living in a city where you could randomly see Spider-Man fly by and like save your life? And, you know, maybe sometimes like the Vulture is swinging around, flying around too.
I'm going to say no.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to give you one reason.
Yeah. Thanos is coming.
I don't want that to be a possibility. I don't want to just disintegrate one day.
That's a great point.
Because of something that I've never seen or witnessed or known existed.
That's a fantastic point.
It's like, I don't want to live in a world where I guess we already live in a world where we need Spider-Man. I mean, I guess he would help.
Yeah.
But
But that's the thing about Spider-Man is he stops mostly your everyday crime until someone like the Green Goblin comes around. But the Green Goblin isn't going to end the world.
I would take. It's not about ending the world. It's about me
Thanos
dying.
is.
No, yeah, no, but it's about me dying. It's a totally different scale. But
Right.
if I'm living in New York City,
You're probably not going to die if the Green Goblin is in our city.
oh, easily could happen.
Could, but you're probably not going to.
I'm curious.
If Spider-Man is there, you're going to be fine.
Doesn't he show up after he's killed people?
A few. It's not going to be you.
You don't know that. That's my point. You could also just get shot. So it's like
Exactly.
no. It's an interesting. I think it's interesting because I've thought about that before.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
Would you want to be Spider-Man? Right.
The pressure, I think, would be too much for me.
It's like
I would want to swing around, of course, but like that much pressure to always be on guard and like ready to save. Like I don't know if I could handle it.
and prepared to die.
Right.
And like putting yourself because I feel like Spider-Man's always cutting it close.
Oh, for sure.
But he's not
the perfect superhero.
Just enough to. He's always just strong enough to.
That's
not
what makes
die.
him so good. He's more relatable than others. Like he's always getting hurt.
I want Tom Holland to show up in the game.
Yeah, that'd be
I
cool.
want some multiverse.
I have a question.
Stuff.
Where are the Avengers? There's this massive Avengers tower and all this stuff going on, and they're in
San
are
Francisco.
they? Is that what the game is?
I think they said it's in San Francisco.
Are those two games linked?
We don't know.
He does say at one point he's like they're probably on the West Coast or something.
West
but like,
Coast.
don't
That's
they
what-
know? Like, hello, can't someone do something?
But that's always how it is. Even in.
Then I'd almost rather not have the tower there.
Homecoming. Stark shows up, but it's still.
It's still just a
He doesn't
hollow
just
suit.
save the day.
Right.
It's for Spider-Man to save the day.
I get that.
I also was thinking I would want to live in a world with Iron Man.
Yeah.
That dude can go anywhere and kill anything and protect us.
True.
That I take. But as the movie's shown
First
us,
version Iron Man or Iron Man with like all of his satellites in the sky?
no, Iron Man, when that first flight he makes back to the desert,
Yeah.
kills a bunch of fools,
Yeah.
and then the U.S. is trying to intercept him.
Right.
That sequence.
And then
when
he calls Rhodes. He's like, "Hey, so that's me.
Yeah, can you not kill me? I'm helping you. Like, yeah.
I promise."
That's my favorite Spider-Man.
Iron Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did that on purpose.
We had one more gaming thing to talk about. One more topic that you were researching beforehand.
So I was there was an interview with Herman Hulst that came out today. And it's some interesting things came out of that, but so Herman Hulst, and this is a cool like layer, but so he's the new head of Sony Worldwide Studios, which means he is in charge of.
Who was he formerly? Did you know of him beforehand?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is what's cool.
Yeah.
So Sean Layden used to be the head of Sony Interactive Entertainment, I believe. He may have just been the head of Sony Worldwide Studios.
He was the guy we would see at like E3 and stuff talking about
the
PlayStation.
face.
Yeah.
Sean Layden, Phil Spencer,
And
and Reggie stood on stage together.
Yeah.
Reggie left. Now Sean left. Oh, and Sean, I don't know if you remember when we talked about that.
do.
It was like overnight. We still,
Yeah.
nothing has been said.
I was going to say, where is he?
Dead, maybe, like at this point. Like, honestly.
Let's hope not.
But
Is he British?
no,
I'm trying to remember.
he's American.
Is he?
Yeah.
He had kind of an accent though, right?
No.
Okay, I'm trying to remember.
I liked Sean Layden a lot, and it was a shame that it went down the way it did. So, Herman Hulst is now in charge of Sony Worldwide Studios, which includes Bend Studio. They are the ones that made Days Gone.
Mm-hmm.
Guerrilla Games. They're the ones that made Horizon.
Mm-hmm.
Also used to make Killzone.
Okay.
Insomniac Games, which they just purchased. Insomniac is based in Burbank. They made. Let's see if I can get this right. They made. No, they didn't. I always get this wrong. They made. No.
They made Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, but what did they? Spyro. They made Spyro.
Right.
Then they made Ratchet and Clank, and then they made
I always try to think of this too.
Resistance.
Okay.
And then they made Sunset Overdrive, and now Spider-Man.
Okay.
And I might have missed one more in there. Insomniac's one of my favorites, but I always get the order of games. So I always think of Sucker Punch, who made Rocket, Sly Cooper, Infamous, and now Ghost of Tsushima.
Right. It's so weird to me to see those progressions because, like, I remember back in the day playing Sly Cooper, and I see Sucker Punch. I'm like, oh, they're a cute little cartoon making game or company,
just games.
Right? I know.
Yeah.
So when I hear companies like this, and Naughty Dog made
Naughty Dog. Well, I haven't gotten there yet.
Didn't they made Crash
Bandicoot?
Right.
Jack and Daxter, Uncharted, Last of Us.
So me coming into like the gaming news world, I'm like, wow, these companies have. I guess I just see them differently, but like they've really evolved and grown over the years.
So like what Naughty Dog is, you cannot make that overnight.
Right.
Microsoft's trying to. They're trying to do it as quickly as possible.
With like new studios?
By buying new studios. Now some of them are established and have been around, and it's hit and miss. The culture at Naughty Dog though, like you can't just go pick up and find that somewhere. And it's really difficult to make games, which means having that, it's the reason that we've gotten Uncharted and Last of Us and some of the best games. It's really cool with Sucker Punch because they literally were like, what do you guys want to make? Because they've been making all this other stuff, and they're like, we want to make this Japanese samurai game. And it's completely different, really, from what they've done. So excited, though.
Yeah.
So Insomniac, Japan studio, they've made Ico and Shadow of the Colossus and whatnot. London studio, they made The Heist, which was the VR game. Media Molecule, Little Big Planet, Dreams, which is going to be a huge staple for them. Naughty Dog, all the ones I listed. Pixel Opus, that's a new one. They just made Concrete Genie. These are all first-party Sony studios.
Yeah.
Polyphony Digital, Gran Turismo. San Diego studio, now they make MLB The Show, which is going multi-platform.
Okay.
Which is insane.
Right.
It's been the only baseball game exclusive to PlayStation, and it's coming to Xbox. There's a rumor that San Diego studio is also now making Uncharted.
Interesting. I heard that.
Yeah. So that's a current rumor that Uncharted will continue with this other studio.
Do you want that?
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay. I want more Uncharted. San Mateo studio, I forget what they make. Santa Monica studio, they make a little game called God of War. And Sucker Punch, as mentioned before. So Herman Holst is in charge of all of them. That's a big deal. Herman Holst was the head of Guerrilla.
Okay.
Horizon.
Right.
So
if he's now in charge.
So Horizon was a shock, and like, I mean, I think it took them 6 years to make it. It was the same thing with like with how I said with Sucker Punch. How I was like, what do you guys want to make? Well, they went to Guerrilla after they'd just been making Killzone and Killzone and Killzone. Those are dark, gritty shooters, and they were like, do something else.
Yeah.
And they came out with Horizon.
Yeah.
There's a really, really, really good documentary on it on NoClip.
Okay.
It was one of the first NoClip documentaries I watched. And Horizon, obviously, super successful. I think so. Death Stranding, Kojima, not owned by PlayStation, but like he went to the Guerrilla and met with them, and he used their engine to make Death Stranding, the engine they used to make Horizon. So this guy's been doing some work.
Yeah.
And so then they've picked him to be in charge of all of the studios. I have to think that has something to do with what they've seen from Horizon 2, which gets me like just even more hyped for that.
Sure.
And so he did.
Plus, hope for the future. Like if he's leading all the studios, like
exactly,
they're gonna have some good stuff. Yeah.
And they're also the rumors are like Sony's trying to be more international right now. Mm-hmm. So they've got some Europeans now that are leading things. And
is he European?
Yes.
Yeah.
Guerrilla is based in the Netherlands.
Oh, cool.
So big thing that came away from the article, the thing that I was leading up to, Horizon is coming to PC.
Right.
Which has never been happened before.
Finally, officially.
No Sony first party game has ever come to not a PlayStation.
Yeah.
And it's a sign of what, like, things are changing, which is crazy to think of. But it won't be day and date. So that's what Xbox is doing. Halo will be out on this and this and this and this all the same day. They're not going to do that.
Including PC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Horizon 2 will be exclusive to PS5 at least 2 years.
Sure.
Because this is what, three years? Maybe it'll be 3 years even. I could see them shrink it to like a 2-year gap. You can get most of your sales out.
Can you play Halo on PC? No, right? I feel like I haven't heard that.
Yes, I think it just came to Steam.
But that's a more recent thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Microsoft's been doing that. So, this is why I want some PlayStation news, because there's just so.
You don't want to speculate on things.
I feel like
as
there's
much.
this tidal wave.
Right.
Just the door's about to end. It's just gonna be. We've never had a.
We can see the tidal wave. We just don't know what's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like PS4 like reveal, it was like tech stuff, and here's some demos, and here's this, and here's knack and stuff, but nothing like whoa. Nintendo got lucky with Breath of the Wild because they'd been developing that for the Wii U for so long.
Right.
And I think Sony's gonna be smart and bring out a banger to start with.
That's all.
They have to.
Yeah,
okay.
they have to. You can't come out with that one game that we saw at the Game Awards.
No.
Just that. It
God.
can't be just that.
That'll be there, but
Sure, and I'm not saying it's gonna be bad either, but like
Creed will be there.
you need a name.
yeah.
You think a new Assassin's Creed
Yeah, I think that's already confirmed.
at launch?
Yeah.
Is that the Roman one or is it? Which one is it?
Viking.
Viking. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm starting to get so behind on those games. I don't know if I'll ever catch up.
Don't worry about it right now.
Can I just pick and choose which ones I want to play?
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
I still need to play Odyssey. That's on my list for this year too.
Yeah.
I have so much to do.
Yeah.
After the wedding, I'm gonna do nothing but play video games, I think.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
You just let your mind
Yeah.
unfold and play whatever you want.
I might not sleep.
Good.
That's gonna be awesome.
I have one more gaming thing to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it after the break because I feel like this first segment has taken too long. I completely forgot about it.
Sorry about my ranting.
No, that was good. I liked it a lot. That's some good news. It's an exciting future that we have in the gaming world. We'll talk about some movies and maybe some TV and one more gaming thing when we come back after the break.
Boop, 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 boop. Welcome back. I'm welcoming us back.
Yeah. You said you had the intro.
Hi.
How are you?
Welcome.
That was a warm welcome. That's what that was.
Real warm. It's like when you pee in the pool, then it's warm. No, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the Lakers, who are wrecking everybody, much as I predicted all year. I even finally had somebody come up to me and be like, "Yeah, you said it. You said this is how it was gonna go." I'm like, "That's not over yet, though. Like, I'm not. This doesn't mean we're gonna win, but this is what I expected to see: is LeBron James, James, and Anthony Davis just wrecking everybody." AD is maybe the one guy that can like slow down Kawhi, and it's such subtle plays because Kawhi's such a robot. Like, he doesn't miss.
Right.
And most people, like, AD contested a 3. And it's like he didn't block it, but he was close enough that, like, Kawhi missed. And it's like 100% the only reason he missed was because of his defense.
Right.
So, I really hope that Bron gets MVP, AD gets Defensive Player of the Year, and we win. Because it would just be...
Anthony Davis is a center, right?
No.
He's not. Who's like the Lakers center?
JaVale McGee.
Interesting.
But during the playoffs, Davis will start at center.
Interesting.
Yeah. He's a special player.
Yeah.
That has clearly been wasted.
Yeah.
For a while.
Yeah. The Pelicans should have done better, right?
Granted, they had a lot of stuff, injuries and whatever, but this is just, I had this moment when I was watching the Clipper-Laker game, and I'm just like, wow, they really do just always find a way to pull it off.
Yeah.
We could have had Paul George. We could have had Kawhi. Somehow we came out with the better duo.
Yeah.
Because we didn't give.
Will that be the Western Finals, you think?
Good chance.
That'd be awesome.
Be stressful.
It'd be awesome though. God.
Unless we lose, and that would be the worst thing ever.
For sure. Yeah. LA. Yeah.
But
yeah.
Yes.
It'd be like the way I feel with like LA being all in love with the Rams. I'm like,
it's different.
Yeah, but I know, but that's the way I feel. I'm like, yeah, but there's another team,
That would be like
it is completely different because the Lakers have always been.
You're the Clipper fan. Like that's why I didn't want the Chargers to come here.
I know. Me too. I didn't want them to come here either.
I wanted to be a San Diego Charger fan and a Los Angeles Rams fan.
Sure.
Because they're not in the same division.
Right.
They're not rivals in
not
any
conference
sense of the
no.
Like they don't have a history of
rivalry. They could play in the Super Bowl together. They still could.
Yeah. And that would be the beginning of the rivalry that would never appear ever again.
They could play in the Super Bowl against each other in their own stadium.
Next year?
I don't think we get a Super Bowl for a few years.
Is it 21 or 20?
No.
It's going to be 21.
It's a few years, I'm pretty sure.
It was going to be 21, so it's probably 22.
It's definitely not the first year it's open.
Well, because it would have been the second year. And so I think they pushed it back.
Okay.
So I think it was going to be the 21 Bowl, but I think it's going to be the 22 Super Bowl.
21 is in like the year of 2021? Because that would have been the first year they're in the stadium. I don't think so. It is 2022.
Dose.
Yes. Okay.
Now it loaded.
So
SoFi Stadium.
With whoever the new Chargers quarterback is.
Are you still a Chargers fan if Tom Brady signs with the Chargers?
100%.
Are you a Tom Brady fan if he signs with the Chargers?
No, but I'm a Charger fan. Through and through. Nothing changes that.
Yeah.
So whoever their quarterback ends up being, it's not looking like it's going to be Tom Brady.
Oh, good. Please, because that would be the nail in the coffin for me.
All right. Gaming. I had one more gaming thing to talk about.
Yeah, oh my God.
Call of Duty.
Technically, sports are games.
Has released.
Oh, today, my
its
goodness.
New battle royale.
That's all we should
called
be
Warzone.
Yeah. Did you already play it?
Yes. So I could talk about it a little bit earlier today.
Because didn't you get 4 extra hours head start?
No. Why?
I heard if you'd purchased Modern Warfare, you got a 4-hour head start.
I didn't actually know about that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It mattered for 4 hours.
Yeah, which means it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So I knew this was coming. There's been so on the main screen of Modern Warfare, there's like co-op, campaign, multiplayer, and this like
awkward
top secret panel. Like,
what could it be?
I don't know. Weird.
Probably a movie mode.
Oh, you just watch like videos of people shooting each other?
No, you just watch like random old movies.
Here's Saving Private Ryan.
No, not war movies. Just like, I don't know. Like, what's like Casablanca.
I do love that movie.
I've never seen it.
It's good.
Yeah, I need to watch it.
It's not that. It's the new battle royale that got leaked weeks ago.
That's better.
It is. It's more in their lane.
Yeah.
So it got leaked. That person's like being sued or something.
Good.
Duh. But I don't know if the game, if the mode got rushed to like kind of catch up with the leak, or if it was supposed to come out now. I don't know. But it's finally out. It's out today. Now, big points. It's free to play. You can download it and play it if you feel like it. I don't think you're going to.
Me?
Yeah.
Why would I not?
I don't know.
I've already had one person request.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's free to play, which is great. Blackout was not. You had to own the game to play it with Black Ops 4, which is stupid.
Would have been nice if I waited.
Sure. So a few other differences from Blackout, and then also some differences from other battle royales. It's trios only at the moment, which is weird.
Who did that?
Apex.
Yep.
Yeah. It's such a weird thing though, but it's fine. Whatever.
Works.
It's you don't have a wingsuit when you're deploying out of the plane. You have a parachute that you can cut, and I'm pretty sure if you don't redeploy it, or if you don't deploy your parachute at all, you just die.
If you hit the ground?
You hit the ground, there's severe fall damage, and you just die.
Can you?
Yeah.
Because I watched the trailer.
Yeah.
And just so I could give my because since I haven't played it yet,
right?
The impression I got was that the engine is super dynamic. where like they're kicking people off a building into a thing, and I think you could then even fall through a helicopter blade. Kind of a thing.
Yep, I saw. Yep, definitely like dismemberment by blades and stuff.
And that alone, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it sounds cool, but like the odds of that even happening, it's like, don't play it because you can maybe kick someone into a helicopter blade.
It's the implications of it.
Sure.
If the only dynamic, so think of Breath of the Wild,
right.
not to go back to that, right. But it was like, I have fire. I can do things with this fire. In a lot of games, it would be like, I have fire, and nothing catches on fire because it's not programmed to catch on fire.
Right.
The vibe I got is if it's just a blade can kill somebody now, that's lame. But the vibe I got was like, everything like that you kind of see and feel can kind of happen.
Sure.
And that sounds...
Anything can hurt you. Like,
yeah. Like there's kicking. I've never even seen...
I didn't even realize there was kicking.
Kicking in Call of Duty. People are... One guy got kicked into a blade. One guy got kicked off a building. So the reason I'm thinking of that is, since you mentioned fall damage.
Right.
Can I just like rocket through the thing into another person and kill them?
Maybe.
Like knock them off a building or something.
Very possibly.
With my momentum. Like that.
It's hard to control for sure, but maybe.
Has me the most, like, I want to play to just see who I can kill when I am spawning in.
Right.
All right, you got me. So you actually played it.
A little bit, yeah. So it feels, I feel like it feels better than Blackout. Blackout, I felt very heavy and dense, and I didn't like it.
So it's not the same engine as the main Modern Warfare game?
I think it's the same.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just going based off of the way I feel. Yeah. I like the way Modern Warfare feels a lot.
You mentioned
it's my favorite Call of Duty game.
So that's what I was when I was watching the trailer, I was thinking of what you said.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, does this feel like what you were saying?
This Battle Royale feels the way Modern Warfare feels compared to other Call of Duties.
Okay.
So it's not made by the same people that like made the base game, I don't think.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
They did a separate team?
Yeah. Like Raven, I think, is the name of the team. And then there's another team that like made the base game of Modern Warfare. And that's completely different from Blackout and Black Ops 4, because that's like Infinity War and maybe someone else for the Battle Royale. I don't know. It's all different studios.
I can't believe there's free to play Call of Duty.
I know.
Whoever would have thought that would be a thing.
So the main difference is that when you die, you go to the gulag, which means...
I didn't know this.
Imagine
I know what a gulag is.
Imagine 30 people all die at the same time.
Yep.
Or whatever, 10 people. You are in a ring up above, and you're watching down as two people fight one-on-one. If you win your one-on-one fight, you're back into the match. If you lose, you're dead, and you can only come back into the match if your team pays for it, which I don't like.
Okay, whoa, there's a lot to unpack here.
Now, once those two people are done, two people from up above in the ring join the fight. It's a one-on-one, and you have to win to get back into the match, which you can only do once. You can only fight in the gulag once.
Okay. Is this fist to fist?
No. So there's a game mode in Modern Warfare called Gunfight, where there's no classes.
Okay.
It's a small map. Imagine a paintball range.
Yep.
It's usually teams of like 2v2. You're given a random loadout, exactly the same for everybody, and it's just whoever kills the other team wins.
I hate that you're selling me on this.
That is what this gulag is like. You're given a random gun. I got given a shotgun. Did not do very well with it. I saw other people using pistols, snipers, all sorts of stuff. You have to win your one-on-one fight to get back in the match. Now, if you don't, the only way you can get back in is if your team pays for you. So there's cash in the Battle Royale that you can acquire from...
Kills, assists.
Acquiring it off of people you kill and contracts, which are things that you pick up in the game. So hunt a certain player.
There's like live quests.
Yep. Hunt a certain player.
I'm trying to download it right now.
Field research, which is like go to a certain point and find something. And then one third thing, which I forget. That's how you earn cash. Then you go to a cast station. You can buy like kill streak type of things. So like a UAV, self-revive, bring your teammate back into the game, stuff like that. It's deep. There's a lot going on. Also, it's 150 people.
I did see that, which I thought was cool. And then it made me go, oh, we're going to have 200 people on PS5.
Yeah.
300 people, 500 people.
I remember when Blackout was like, we can only do 60.
Really?
And then they were up to 100 pretty quick. They were like, oh, we can do this.
That's crazy.
Yeah, or maybe it was 80 or something. But
Blackout was a test.
For sure.
That was a usually wait on stuff like that.
So I played one match.
Okay.
My One of my teammates died twice. He entered the gulag.
One.
Came back. Died again. Never even saw the dude. Then
you just get like updates that this is happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was with my other teammate. We were finding stuff. We went to a house. He threw up all of his stuff and then quit the game. So I was by myself and I got murdered.
At least he gave you his stuff.
For sure.
Wait, so quick question. You said you can survive the gulag, come back in,
Yes.
die again.
Yes.
Can you then be purchased back in?
Yes.
And then you die again?
Yep.
And then you can be purchased in again?
I think so.
Oh my God. I'm going to cost you so much money.
We'll see if I decide to pay for it. It's expensive though, but obviously.
And that's directly linked to your bank account, right?
Yes. You have to, like, my Citibank account will be charged every single time I want to bring it back in. No, it's in-game cash.
The only reason I say that is because Sony's filed a patent for microtransaction assists.
I remember
it got some controversy. Yeah. I don't see it ever coming to light. It's the kind of thing you have to patent just to patent.
Right. Because they patent tons of stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And you have to patent it for like a money-making purpose and blah, 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 blah. So I'm not worried about that, but that's just what it's making me think of. It's like $1 to get your friend back?
No.
$2 to get your friend back? 3 people left. Do you want to win the match? $5 to
like
get your friend back?
Game. You die, and it's like, enter more coins to continue.
Yeah. Oh, man. The original microtransactions.
Yeah, literally.
I'm excited to play this.
Are you?
Yeah.
Good. Because
character customization. Because I'm all about that.
Not so much customization. It's just skins, I believe. I mean, there is that customization.
But not like top pants, jacket.
I don't think so. So far, to me, the most disappointing part of Modern Warfare is the skins for characters.
It's because it's not.
They're all so similar.
But
it's not Fortnite where you get like a llama and a tomato head. You know, it's not like that. It's this guy has this outfit and you can have these 3 different colors. And then here's a little bit of a different outfit and these 3 different colors. Okay.
I've thought about this multiple times. I really do think Fortnite, that the character... I don't even essence that game has. I think this is the only way I can get you to understand time splitters. Time splitters did it first.
Really?
And it makes me think time splitters now can't come back because people are going to think they're copying Fortnite.
Sure.
And it's like, no, they were the first game that had like shooters and one of the characters was like a guy with a fishbowl as a head.
Right.
Or a monkey, or like all this like weird,
the most random thing you can think of. Yeah.
That just added to the personality of it. And Fortnite's really gotten, they started with like a little bit of that.
Yeah.
They've really hit their stride
for sure
with those character designs and those funky characters. And it's really giving me these like time split, this like OG time splitter vibe that I love.
I get that with Call of Duty, like you can't have a fish head, but so far what I've seen is there's not anything worth like grinding for or anything like that, but still early. Maybe they'll have that. Your progression with the battle royale is the same as with the like base game, so like they all go hand in hand. So like if you have a battle pass, you'll keep progressing the same way.
I'm curious what it's going to look like if I download just the battle royale.
So I think what I've heard is
other stuff going to be top secret.
Yes, not top secret, but locked.
Yeah.
So I think that's the way it is. I think it's like the same game. It just locks that stuff for you. Whereas I have like every panel open.
Yeah.
But it's exciting.
I'm downloading it right now.
Cool. Maybe we'll make a video out of that, of us playing Warzone.
Oh.
So I don't know if every Call of Duty is going to have like a new battle royale or if they're finally going to like stick with one, or I don't know, but we'll see.
However they can make the most money. I'm sure
free to play is the way to make the most money.
I'm sure they're still figuring that out, though.
Yeah.
But it might be a new free to play every season or every year.
True. But the thing with free to play and like battle passes is it's just seasons.
Yeah.
But maybe I don't know. It's weird.
We'll see.
Because you can't cut people off.
Blackout's dead, right? Do you get anything from that? Can you bring all of your progression and everything you've earned and maybe things you've spent money on from that?
Nope.
So they're already proving that they're not doing the Fortnite model.
But now they might be.
With this new, I get you. This could be the start of that.
Yeah.
Blackout being like a beta test kind of a thing.
Right.
Yeah. I hope.
I hope so too.
I probably, well, I'm not going to spend any money on it anyways.
And it's the same thing. You can earn COD points And then once you earn enough, you can buy the battle pass, and then you're good to go.
Is there can I buy the base game?
That'd be hilarious. Definitely not. But that'd be hilarious.
I heard there were PlayStation Plus perks. Anything popping up yet?
Not that I'm sure there might be. I just may not have seen them. But okay. I mean, Apex has that. Fortnite has had that. Like every one of these, anything that has a battle pass, there's the PlayStation, Xbox, whatever.
Since you don't
the Twitch pack, like all that stuff.
PlayStation Plus to play this.
Nope.
Just like with Fortnite. Apex is the same? You don't need Plus?
Actually, God, I don't know.
Because you don't need it for this or for Fortnite. So I assume you don't need it for Apex.
It's got to be the same for Apex, yeah.
It's free to play too. So
the only thing about Apex is it's not cross-platform. That's the only one. I wish it was. It's such a bummer.
Which means
because I have friends who play on other platforms that I would play with.
That means it's not cross-progression either, right? Well, if it's not cross-platform.
Right. It can't be.
Call of Duty cross-progression? It is, right?
Uh-huh.
I think I saw.
I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is.
It's the new age.
Yeah.
Just got to give it a couple years and that'll be standard.
Because you have an
it's a Call of Duty account.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it Activision? I think it's Activision. You have an Activision account.
That's the way around it. It's
yeah.
Rocket League did that. They made Rocket League accounts. Minecraft kind of did that.
With your Mojang account.
Except it's kind of an Xbox account. I haven't actually done that yet, so I'm not 100% sure.
Right.
Yeah. We've talked a lot of games today.
We have. That's okay. Every game or every episode's different.
I did watch some new stuff.
What'd you watch?
Star Wars.
Yeah.
I think I saw that
Which
last
one?
week.
What?
I don't even know.
What? I don't know anything about this Star Wars you're talking about.
I may not have watched Star Wars since the last time we did this. Because
really?
I think I was on Jedi last time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still on Jedi.
Okay.
So no, sorry.
We watched one episode of Clone Wars.
Yes, which was great.
Yes.
Next one.
I'm in a weird funk where I don't know if I want to watch The Witcher or Westworld or Altered Carbon.
Have you watched season 1 of Altered Carbon?
No.
Have you watched season 1 of Westworld?
Yes.
Watch season 1 of Altered Carbon. Because I've watched season 1 of Altered Carbon. I've not watched season 2 of Westworld, but I'm going to.
We can watch season 2 of both of those. Like, not necessarily together, but
if
like.
you watch season 1 of Altered Carbon, that might give time to then for Maya and I to watch season 2 of Westworld.
But you know season 2 of Altered Carbon, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That I could watch on my own.
Sure.
Westworld, I can't.
But maybe we could watch Altered Carbon together.
Yeah, no. So that's why, like, if you start with that, then that's something I can participate in.
Cool.
That's one of my favorite shows.
I know. That's why it's like weighing on me. Like, I really want to.
And Anthony Mackie now for season 2.
Yeah.
Like, okay. And you have no idea how or why.
I don't know what that means.
A thing. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you need
that's a big thing in shows now. To like, it's the same show, new cast or new story. Like, it's cool.
Who else can do that?
Well,
I know American Horror Story does.
So
that.
American Horror, that's actually a little bit different. Where it's
story.
The same cast, different story.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Haunting of Hill House.
Oh, okay.
Is the same thing where I think the new season is going to be the same cast, different story, different characters. I think that's fun. I really like that because like you learn to love certain people.
Yeah, that's American Horror Story.
Right.
I can't think of any.
True Detective, where it's a completely different story, time period, characters from season to season.
None of these are like Altered Carbon.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what it is.
I know.
I'm just giving examples like of how TV has changed. So
it's gonna be and I think they said it was difficult, like to make sure that they could pull this off.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you to watch through it and see why they're doing it, and then we can see if they pull it off.
Cool.
Because I was sad about that at first, I have to say.
I'll try. I'll do my best to finish it as quickly as I can.
Joel Kinnaman, season 1.
Yep.
He's great.
Good guy. No, I actually don't like him. He's kind of a scumbag in everything I've seen him, but
I think that's just
his MO.
Who I think those are the people that he plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I teased earlier that I saw Call of the Wild.
Oh, yes.
The Harrison Ford dog movie.
Yes, which I will not see.
Did not look good.
No.
I thought the trailers looked terrible.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford canoeing with a CG dog just looked so stupid.
I'm surprised he agreed to this.
I heard from some people that I trust that it was pretty good. So I'm like, okay, I have a free afternoon. There's nothing else that I have to see more than this. I'll go see it. I quite enjoyed it.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
It's very good. Yeah. Honestly.
Okay. Is there any sadness?
Not sadness that would keep you from seeing it.
Animal sadness.
No.
I have to know. Because I will not see it.
There is not.
If
no.
I want to keep going.
No. So no dogs die. It's a book.
No dogs die.
I actually didn't realize. I've heard Call of the Wild before, but like in many different
old story, I think. Yeah.
So it's based on that, which I didn't know how it ended. I was bracing myself.
Yeah.
It's fine.
No dogs die.
No.
I can watch this movie. I need it to be explicitly said.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Spoilers.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's an okay spoiler.
You get used to the CG dogs pretty quickly.
Okay.
I mean,
I heard it was a little weird.
It is,
they're
but
like
you
large, right?
You start to learn to love them though,
because
they're like
they're not supposed to be a real dog.
The CG-ness of them gets really cute after a while.
That's like, what it is.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like if it was a real CG dog,
you would love it.
Like
I would still love it.
Almost like CG is a breed of dog.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
That's how I'm gonna think about it.
That's a good point. Yeah, if it ever comes to like Netflix or something, watch it.
Okay.
It's a good watch.
I'll do that. It's Harrison Ford.
And Harrison Ford, not dumb in this movie. Like he's very likable.
I can't think of anything he's been dumb in. Watch yourself. I have a sword right here.
What do you think I'm gonna say?
Anything. If you list one movie he's not been good
42, he was a little weird.
I loved him in that. I just watched on Vanity Fair. He did a career retrospective and kind of went through it. Fascinating. And to hear about a little bit about his like life.
Yeah.
And he attributes, he acknowledges how lucky he was that he had the opportunities and what happened to him.
Yeah.
And they finished with Call of the Wild. It was a bit weird hearing him talk about that in the same breath of like Indiana Jones and Star Wars and whatnot. But he did mention 42, and he really liked doing that one because of the message and whatnot.
So I mean, I love Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think he's a great actor.
That's fine. We don't have to be friends anymore. I'm just messing.
As Han Solo, I don't think that shows because he is Han Solo. As you said, they're one and the same.
He did not want to play that character. He did not like that character.
I understand that now. I understand.
I'm just now realizing that character is amazing.
Right.
Because he didn't want to be it.
But
that's insane.
But they're synonymous. Like it's not bad acting. He is Han Solo. Yeah. He is also Indiana Jones. Yep. It doesn't matter.
Nope.
His acting does show in other roles, and I thought 42. I'm like, oof. I still love him. In this, I liked him. I thought he played this role really well.
I think I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, it's Harrison Ford.
I didn't think it was going to fit. I thought it was going to be, I thought I was going to feel the same way about this as I have about other things, and this worked.
I think I was so excited that he was in 42 because I didn't know he was in 42.
I didn't either when I saw him. Like, what the hell?
And I'm watching it, I'm like, Harrison Ford's like, I felt like the movie like hugged me and brought me in.
Sure.
Like I was a part of the movie all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Just because he was in it.
I don't think that's a good movie.
42?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
Why don't you think it's a good movie?
I haven't seen it for a long time, so it's kind of hard to.
Are you basing it on historical accuracy or
no? Just
your enjoyment of it.
Just tone. Like it felt a little too. I don't know. A little too sappy. Might be the right. I don't know. It just.
No, that's okay. I'm trying to figure out
too clean and polished and just I don't know. It was.
I watched it on the.
Did you watch it on a plane?
No, I watched it on an anniversary of something though. Like it was like a.
There was something about him recently, like in the last year or two.
It was something like that, and I had always wanted. I enjoyed it a lot more than I was expecting.
Yeah.
I've really not. I've been watching a lot of like Lakers. That's been including a game tonight. Movie wise, like I've been watching some Patriot Act, some Hassan Minaj. I showed it to Maya. She loved it.
It's great.
I watched the one on public transportation. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Mm-mm.
He's just so funny. He had a really funny thing where he wakes up and his hair's all messed up, and he has like the thing on. He takes it off and he goes like this, and then turns and they cut it like halfway through to his hair being perfectly gelled. It's such a good transition where I'm like, I really wish I could like put like a pound of gel in my hand and go and it would work.
Yeah, that'd be great. No. There's some people who don't care how their hair looks, so like all they have to do is like that and they're good.
Like me.
Yeah, but with more hair. Like there's more realm for like messed up to great. You know what I mean?
My hair's pretty bad today.
It's fine.
I don't know.
It's short. It looks the same most days.
I saw Danny.
Walking your dog?
No.
Oh.
Danny. The Soup Man.
Who?
The Soup Man.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
He's like, yeah, I've seen Jordan about 8 times. I'm just like, damn, make me feel worse. Okay.
So what's going on? Your tux, you don't have it yet.
No.
But
He did it.
You got like an
And
alteration.
then he'll fix it up, and then next week we'll go in and make sure it's good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I went with the assless pants.
I didn't know that there was another option.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you gonna have the tails so that it covers that, or are you just gonna be like
No,
front and center?
it'll be covered, but when I run,
Right.
they'll like come up.
When you like Sonic run out of the place where you get married, you just get.
What is happening?
What else happened? Something else big happened like in the last couple weeks that we didn't talk about. You have a place
Oh, a place to live?
to live.
I'm not living there though.
I know.
The most exciting thing about that though, is the television we taped out on the wall. 75 inches. Oof. I'm excited.
So many games, so many movies are gonna be watched and played on that thing.
So many inches.
Some may say too many. I say just the right amount.
If not, room for a few more.
Oh, there's always room for a few more.
I really think the next, because like this will be a TV that I have for 10 years probably. And
10 years seems like a long time for a TV,
Guess
doesn't
how
it?
long I've had my current TV?
How long?
8 years.
Yeah, me too, actually.
And I see this tech lasting even longer.
So my TV must have been made in 2011 because it was
Okay.
very new when me and my friends broke it, and then I inherited it.
Still remember that.
It still works very well, but there's some issues. Like there's a line, and there's some.
You got lines on all your TVs, man.
Well, yeah, that one's even older.
Yeah.
That one's really old.
This is the PS3 skate TV.
Yeah.
It will only ever be that. And I still
We
remember
need to
being like,
we need to like brand it as that.
PS3 skate HD TV. Like I had not been exposed to any of
Right,
that.
right.
The only place it existed in my life was your house.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
I was never there.
I'm happy about that.
And so it's such a weird like locked behind that
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I used to dream about that game.
And we're still using it.
Yeah.
Considering it still works pretty well.
Oh yeah, one green line.
Yeah.
That's it.
And it makes a little bit of noise.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, I mean, so my TV is 9 years old, still works very well. I'm not upset about it at all. So yeah, this TV might last you a long time.
Yeah. 8K, but I'm like, oh God, really? I don't know. But I did find the one I'm gonna get.
I mean, you can't even get every movie you want in 4K. So
Yeah, it's gonna take plenty of time.
yeah.
And this console generation is gonna last. Oh, I'm so curious. Oh, I don't know. It's too
It'll
much.
last you the majority of your TV's like use
Life,
probably. Yeah.
That's why I'm
Which is
going all in.
exciting. It's so cool. You're going to have this TV, a PS5, and an Xbox Series X right
There's a
next
good
to it.
chance that I play Star Citizen on this TV.
I think that's a very good chance.
Right? Like,
Right.
Ooh. Not ready for that game. Not
Dude,
even ready to.
We haven't even touched that realm on this
I
podcast.
can't even load it anymore on my computer. Like it's left me in the dust.
We need to go to CitizenCon sometime
after the coronavirus.
for sure.
And when we have PC. So it's like this is the console year, and then probably 2 years from now I'll upgrade my PC.
Speaking of not going to conventions
Yeah.
after the coronavirus, I am going to a Call of Duty tournament at the end of March.
If it's not canceled.
If it's not canceled,
There's
yeah.
still a good chance it could get
very
canceled.
well could be
'Cause it's
canceled.
in
Dallas.
Oh,
LA just happened.
okay.
Yeah. I'm going to Dallas for a Call of Duty tournament.
That's cool.
I'm very excited about
to
it.
watch or to
To watch.
participate in.
So they
Nice.
have legitimate teams now, like
Yeah.
like city teams.
Yeah.
LA has 2, Dallas has 1 obviously. Like they're doing the Overwatch model and I don't know if like League of Legends and Dota, I don't know if they have like the same like city thing, but I mean like it's
I'm not sure.
legitimate league now. So I'm excited to Chicago Huntsman is my team.
That's your team?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm excited to
That's crazy.
to go
man. Esports is not something I think I'm ever going to get into.
I can see
That's
that.
not hating on it. I don't have the
Because
time.
it's a certain type of game too. Like it's not that you don't like shooters either. It's just like those aren't your bread and butter.
There's not a single game that I would watch esports.
Right.
Like
that's what I'm saying. Or even if it was like Uncharted esports.
Yeah. I wouldn't watch it. It's purely because
I think you would.
No, I wouldn't. It's that is not me against. That's a personal preference.
Yeah.
My sports are basketball.
Sure.
I watch the Lakers.
Yeah.
Like that's really all I'm gonna do. And I can't think of a single game I'd watch. Like 2K, I would not watch. Like
it does take a while to get into though, because like my friend has been trying to get me into it for like.
I get it.
It took me 2 years before I even went to my first event, and then it's been 2 years since then that I'm now like I'm going to one of these things.
I get it.
I went to the one in Anaheim twice.
Yeah.
And I went to the champs in LA, but like I've only been local. I'm like, I want to travel for this. Like it's fun.
Just know that I'm not saying this is anything against esports.
No. I know. But I'm just saying, like, even if you did find something that did pique your interest, I think it could still take a while after that to be like, you slowly start. It's a snowball. Like I think
you have to have an anchor point. People that don't watch sports don't have an anchor point. That's why they're like, I don't get it. I don't understand why you care. And it's like, because you don't care.
Right.
The reason we love sports.
You don't choose to care.
Yeah, it's because you have an investment in the success and failure of a certain team.
Right.
So I'd have to find something like that. So it would be less like, it would have been like back when I was like watching a lot of Minecraft or something, and I was like super into a certain YouTuber. If he had started playing competitively, I'd be like, oh, I want to root for him, and then like, oh, he's on that team, and then like, I want to watch that. So I'm not ruling it out.
Right.
I just currently there's nothing out there that I could see myself getting into.
Yeah. Like my friend was super into it. His team was Optic.
Yeah.
They weren't like affiliated to a city, but like they were like one of the best teams. When the whole league kind of disbanded and then reformed as this new like Call of Duty League as cities, players from Optic and players from one of my other favorite teams who I kind of chose as like I didn't want to be a bandwagon fan of Optic. I chose another team who happened to win the last championship. They kind of came together as the Huntsmen. I'm like, hell yeah, let's freaking go. Like I'm a Huntsman fan. And that's what got me like, I'm going to follow this team.
Where's Snow White?
She is on the New York Subliners.
She's not with the Huntsman?
No.
Wow. Okay.
Well, she can't be. I mean, that would be dangerous.
Snow White and the Huntsman.
I haven't seen it. Who was the girl? Who was Snow White?
I just know Chris Hemsworth.
Me too. I don't know who Snow White was.
Snow White and Chris Hemsworth.
I know that Charlize Theron was the queen, I think, in the sequel, which it blows my mind that there was a sequel to that movie.
That was that, yeah.
Snow White and the
Hunting Man.
Huntsman. I'm glad we're getting it. Kristen Stewart. I was going to say that, but that makes sense. I did see her in a movie called Seberg.
Kristen Hemsworth
this past week.
Stewart's
it was
Hemsworth.
It wasn't good enough to talk about.
God, we are
all over the place,
yeah,
and that's
sorry.
okay. It's a very game heavy episode. I didn't have enough movie stuff. We're gonna come with actual news. You did come with news this week. I'll come with some movie news next week, and we'll talk about more segmented stuff next week.
Any suggestions of things we would like to cover, insights based on the types of things we draw out of news? Because we have our angles and stuff. So if there's anything you'd want us to talk about, let us know.
But I mean, we kind of had nothing to talk about, and we filled a good amount of time just sort of rambling. So let us know what you thought. If you didn't like this format, let us know what you'd like us to talk about. If you've been watching us on YouTube, you can listen to us on Apple, iTunes. We'll probably be on some more podcast streaming services soon. If you've been listening to us, you can watch us on YouTube. If you want to see my journey through Spider-Man, my YouTube channel is Monty Joe, if you want to watch that. But
I'm still working on a new gamer tag. I keep thinking about it. I'm going to get one. I'm getting close. I think it's going to be something not name related. I was watching like a Game Ranks video and he was like something Fox was his name.
Just like a random 2 words kind of thing?
Just something. Something. I don't know if I'm going to go that way.
Do what Post Malone did. He entered his name into a random name generator, and his last name is Post, and he's now Post Malone.
I might try that and see what I can come up with.
Just keep hitting refresh until you like something.
Yeah.
One of these upcoming weeks, maybe we'll come to you with a new gamer tag for him. I will forever be Monty Joe. I am also Jordan.
And I am Ethan. We are the Huber Rebels.
Until next time.
Welcome to the rebellion.